in front of the field in 40 years. It was a 1970 Ford Torino that last paced the 500 for the Blue Oval. And here we go. 12 laps complete this time by green flag. Mark Martindale Jr. right up front, just like we started.
And you see that inside line, it's getting a pretty good push there. The momentum will come back as they get down here in turn one. Those cars that go high will get a little bit of a run onto the back straightaway that could help them. Nothing's going to help you if you jump out there like Mark Martin did. Man, he took off.
Juan Montoya, who has not been the least bit bashful about bump drafting all week here in Daytona, puts his number 42 out front.
Yeah, the bump draft in these cars really works well because you've got a flat nose against a flat rear bumper. And so you don't upset the car in front of you when you bump into it. You just give it a shove.
Well, boy, Dale Earnhardt Jr. jumped to the inside in that 88. Kevin Harvick in the 29 jumped down there, pushes Earnhardt Jr. to the lead.
Talked to Lance McGrew, Larry. He said, I'm telling you, DW. I said, you got him fixed up. He wasn't very good at a qualifier. He said, we got him right today. You watch.
For many years now, NASCAR's most popular driver, Dale Earnhardt Jr., leads them around Daytona. Montoya gives him a foot or so. See if he comes down to pick up Harvick here, Steve.
Mike, when the caution came out, Dale Earnhardt Jr. told Lance McGrew, I don't think I gained much by pitting. He said the car's pretty good right now, a little bit loose. But to Darrell's point, he said if it doesn't get any looser.
Normally if your car is drivable loose, that's okay. You're happy. And you can see, look, he's got his hands. He doesn't. Remember that day we were watching, he had them hands way down there, all the way under and touching his leg almost. Today, and watch how he does his right hand. A little bit confusing when you see how much grip or how much wheel he's got in, because he takes that right hand and slides it over the top of the wheel. Watch him as we get down here in the corner, but so far that car looks very comfortable.
Well, Darrell, you say it all the time. You can live with the little bit of loose as long as it's predictable and not doing two different things.
And normally a little bit of a loose car will tighten up, Larry. It burns off a little fuel, tires build up a little bit. So I think he's pretty happy with that car at this point.
Mark Martin has been stuck in the middle. Elliott Sadler in the 19 made the move underneath, and here comes Newman and Kenseth and everybody.
Clowns to the left of me and jokers to the right. Here I am.
Stuck in the middle without anybody.
Without anybody.
Back, and then he'll find a spot in line.
That's okay. You watch. This will be a good guy to watch. Although I'm not sure Mark will be in any hurry to get back up in the front. Once he gets in the back, he'll probably stay there. But let's see if he works his way back up to the front and how long it takes him.
Well, he was waiting for that spotter right above us to say clear outside or clear inside, and he jumps to the outside line there behind Robbie Gordon in the 7.
Big Dale Earnhardt, he used to do that. He'd fall in the back and you'd say, oh, he's junk. You don't worry about him anymore. And he would just go back there and work his way to the front, and he'd do that all day long, timing it, seeing how long it took him.
So Dale Earnhardt Jr. leads the Daytona 500 with Juan Pablo Montoya, who has won in IndyCar. He's won the Indy 500. He's won in Formula One at Monaco. He's won at Infineon Raceway, the road course, in these Sprint Cup cars. He's in the 42. And here comes Harvick in the 29.
Where's Hammond at?
Why?
Well, I picked Harvick to win today. And of course, they're a long way from the end, but he took the 9, I took the 29. What do you think now, bud?
It's 500 miles, baby. Just remember, it's a long way. And my man's back here just kind of minding his P's and Q's.
Yeah, this is no race to go backwards in.
Elliott Sadler, second car on the inside row, came within one green flag lap of winning last year's Daytona 500. He couldn't hold off Matt Kenseth, and then the rains came.
But I'm a little bit worried because Harvick usually doesn't show up near the front until about 5 to go normally.
Matt?
Mike, when you talk to different drivers throughout the field, they'll always point out a certain driver that really taught them how to draft and run restrictor plate racing. For Elliott Sadler, it was his longtime teammate Dale Jarrett. This is the biggest thing I learned: patience. Don't make any erratic moves, so that way you upset someone else. They won't work with you at the end. Patience has been the key for me to save my stuff to the end. That's why I've had so many good runs in restrictor plate racing.
But you know, Matt, I'm going to be watching that 19 car of Elliott Sadler and the 17 car of Matt Kenseth, the car and the team that won this race a year ago, along with Bill Elliott in the 21. Ford has a new race engine, the FR9, and those 3 teams are the only Ford teams that are racing that engine here in the Daytona 500.
Yeah, Kenseth just said they put the old engine in my car. It didn't run as good as this engine, so he insisted on running this new engine, even though it's questionable at this point. They ran them at Talladega, and they did pretty well with them.
26 cars in the lead draft, 40 cars on the lead lap. 3 in the garage, Brad Keselowski, Regan Smith, and Sam Hornish.
There you could hear they're playing with the throttle just a little bit there on Truex.
You know what a lot of crew chiefs were telling me, Darrell, we were talking about them rolling out of the throttle. A lot of times to enhance the bump draft, they stay wide open and just sit up there and drag the brake a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Out front at 19 laps, the 2000 winner of the 500, Kevin Harvick.
Get that checkered flag ready. Stick around for more NASCAR on Fox.